Welcome, Minister, MECs, invited guests and dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. A very good evening to each and every one of you. You may have a seat. All right. As we officially start this evening, ladies and gentlemen, let me also recognize the Deputy Minister, His Excellency Deputy Minister Majake, who's also with us tonight. And if I've forgotten your name, ladies and gentlemen, do forgive me, but I'd like to welcome each and every one of you. May we please stand now for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated and give yourselves another round of applause for being here this evening. Welcome to the 7th National Annual Batho Pele Excellence Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, it is so good to see each and every one of you. It's been a difficult past 2 years, so today is quite a special honor to be standing in front of each and every one of you. It's good to see some of you again, so thank you so much for joining us. We know that a lot of you might have lost a loved one, or you know of someone who's lost a loved one, which is why tonight specifically we have dedicated these Excellence Awards particularly to the Health Ministry. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. All right. For those of you who walked in late, I'm your program director this evening. I'm very honored to be doing it for the 7th time. I'm Alisha Jali. Those that know me, they call me Ntlantla, and I'll be steering your program tonight. It's lovely to have each and every one of you. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, may we please have, for the welcome remarks, Alderman Tanya Campbell. Can we please give her a round of applause?
The Minister of Public Service and Administration, Honourable Ayanda Dlodlo, the Minister of Health, Honourable Dr. Joe Pahatla, Deputy Minister of Public Services and Administration, Dr. Pilani Mayaki, the Director General of Public Service and Administration, Mrs. Uliswa Makasi, the Premier in his absentia, Honourable David Makura, members of the Executive Council present, MNCs and councillors present, the CEO of the Metropolitan Health Group, the senior government officials, dedicated public service of the South Government, members of the media, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to you all. I'm the Executive Mayor of Ekurhuleni, Alderman Tanya Campbell. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you this evening into our beautiful city of Ekurhuleni. We are honoured as a city to be hosting such an important award ceremony within our midst. But unfortunately, far too often, public service in this country is associated with negative sentiment. It is of utmost importance that we also celebrate those public servants who are committed to serving the citizens of the country ethically and diligently. More so, we are energized by this year's theme, combating the COVID-19 pandemic through Batho Pele focus, putting people first. Batho Pele, putting the people first, should be the foundation that unites all people and that joins the public to our public services. Batho Pele should make sure that all politicians, all public servants have a way forward with serving our communities. It should be the foundation of us serving our communities. Over 2 years ago, our lives changed forever when news broke out of the novel coronavirus spread through Wuhan, China. Since then, many of us have lost loved ones, many of our community members have lost employment, businesses have closed down, and families have been torn apart by the impact of the global pandemic. Through all the major disruptions that have taken place, the public service has continued to offer essential services to citizens despite the numerous lockdowns and the health risks that are associated with interacting with people during this COVID wave. Special mention of gratitude must be made to the healthcare practitioners across the country for their tremendous bravery over the past 2 years. Nurses and doctors went above and beyond the call of duty to try and preserve the lives still battling with a virus that they knew little about. Our healthcare servicemen and women have displayed the true essence of Batho Pele during the pandemic. They risked their own lives under the most stressful conditions without once complaining or threatening to give up. They deserve an absolute round of applause. We must also acknowledge our scientists and academics for their sterling work in developing the new vaccines and knowledge on how to combat viruses. It is no secret that the most trying times in humans tend to bring out the best or the worst in us. However, I think it would be fair to say that despite the incidence of corruption during the pandemic, the majority of the public service in this country has risen to the occasion and has put people first. Ladies and gentlemen, as we enter the next phase of this global pandemic, we must use this opportunity to rethink how we reinforce the Batho Pele principles in our daily lives servicing our citizens. The rapid adoption of digital technologies to assist us in maintaining social Distance must be repurposed to create easy access to information and services to our citizens. The pandemic also forced many departments to pilot innovative ways of servicing customers in a more agile process and approach. In the city of Ekurhuleni, we deployed mobile clinics to underserved communities during the lockdowns. As a result, we ensured that the elderly had easy access to our healthcare no matter where they lived. We introduced mobile lockers for chronic medications to be collected at all our clinics. This then helped for transmissions not to occur inside with our clinics in collecting the medications. The city of Ekurhuleni was the first metro to pilot the drive-through COVID-19 vaccination stations, which sped up the rate of vaccinations and aided in maintaining social distance between health workers and citizens. As a city, we are proud to know that just over 3 million of our residents have received their COVID-19 vaccination doses. We now have a recovery rate of 98%, and as of the 23rd of March, we reported 29 new cases of COVID infections in the city, a huge drop within our infection rate. We must use this global disaster to usher in a new era of public service. This era must be made more inclusive and resilient to future shocks, such as pandemics, climate change, and foreign wars. We must ensure that all communities, rich and poor, no matter their ethnicity, receive quality essential services from our government. Program Director, in closing, as a newly elected multi-party coalition government in Ekurhuleni, we have adopted a back-to-basics approach within governance. This includes a strong focus on building a culture of transparency and accountability throughout the institution. It includes unlearning the negative habits that have come to be associated with the public servants, such as laziness, arriving to work late, and enabling corruption. Our back-to-basics ethos reminds all municipalities, municipal employees of their commitment to ensuring that they serve their communities in line with the Batho Pele principles of the government and respect their positions. Tonight's award winners must act as ambassadors and change makers in the various spheres of government as they find themselves serving in. They must be crusaders of the Batho Pele principles through every action and activity they do at work. I wish all the nominees for tonight's awards the best, and with these few words, I hope that you enjoyed tonight's proceedings. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Alderman Campbell, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we all took in a bit of what she said there. She's pretty much contextualized why we're here this evening, even though we haven't heard what the purpose of this evening is. That's coming up next. But I think for all the public servants that are here tonight, you heard it from the alderman saying that you guys need to be the crusaders of the principles of Batho Pele, putting people first. We all know, we've all heard about sometimes the stories that people come back with when they go to a public service admin area, or if they go to look for public services. But as the mayor said, we need to usher in a new era of public service, and we hope that by you being here tonight, you'll be inspired to do just that. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get with the program. For the purpose of the event tonight, well, let's welcome the Deputy Minister of the Department of Public Service, Dr. Chana Pilane Machaka. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause. Let's give her, ladies and gentlemen, my apologies.
Good evening. Dumelang. Ke yone ne le batla. I go like good evening. This afternoon, the Deputy Speaker in Parliament was actually talking to members of Parliament, and he says, I hear all of you coming here and you're speaking English. I want to see you speaking in other languages. We must include also African languages. I don't know whether you did watch the proceedings today in the National Assembly. This is what was said. So, sansikiri dumelang, yerisani bonani, abuseni, thobela, macheloni. Aha, ke itshwere. Program Director, thank you for this opportunity. Let me also acknowledge, just in our midst, the Minister of Public Service and Administration, Honorable Ayanda Dlodlo, the Minister of Health, I was told is coming, Dr. Joe Phahla, the Premier of Gauteng, and Tate David Makura. MEC is present here today, especially MEC from the Free State, Honorable Montseng Zulu, the Mayor of the city of Ekurhuleni, Alderman Tanya Campbell, the Chairperson of the Adjudication Panel, Mr. Omang Parak, Chief Executive Officer of Metropolitan Health Group, Dr. Ali Hamjule, all DGs and senior managers are present here tonight, including all public servants who are with us here, honorable guests. Good evening once more. It is an honor for me to address you tonight. I wish to particularly extend my heartfelt gratitude to the finalists who have actually made this day possible. Thank you. We are actually gathered here tonight to thank the public servants who have performed with excellence in their daily work. We wish to appreciate and celebrate you for the good work that you are doing within the public service. These are public servants who have gone the extra mile in providing service to our people. We are celebrating public servants who have demonstrated determination, commitment, and excellence in delivery of services to the public, that is the people of South Africa. We appreciate you. The word appreciation is defined as an increase in value of assets over time. In the workplace, appreciation increases the value of your most important assets, your employees, public servants, over time. This is the value of public servants. A reference is actually being made to here. Appreciation reinforces employees' understanding of their roles and expectations, which drives and step up performance. Appreciation builds up personnel morale and opens up a path to going an extra mile in doing your work. Appreciation promotes a healthy state of mind that is inevitable for good performance and delivery. Charles Schwab, the founder of the Charles Schwab Corporation, it's a company based in the United States, once said that open quotes, I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among my people the greatest asset I possess, and the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement, at close quotes. Our legal precepts, such as the Constitution, the Public Service Charter, the National Development Plan, and White Paper on Transforming Public Service Delivery, to mention but a few, are explicit in calling for the recognition of public servants. Article 6 of the Public Service Charter requires government to professionalize the public service and ensure that a value system is established within public service. In keeping with the spirit of these precepts, the government of the Republic of South Africa wants to express appreciation of the excellent work executed daily by public servants through the recognition awarded tonight to the finalists. The creative ideas they possess to resolve problems encountered on a daily basis, and even be it financial constraints, positively impact the lives of South Africans in a way unimaginable. Such must begin to encourage the underperformers. We have recently launched the Ethics Management Framework, which will enable the public service to restore its pride and deal with unethical behavior. The framework resonates with the revised Batho Pele revitalization strategy aimed at restoring the image of public service so that the people of the country who are the beneficiaries of public service can continue to believe in it. One of the key tenets of the revised Batho Pele revitalization strategy is enhancing the skills level of public service. This combines well with the National School of Government's professionalization of public service program. The skills training program aims to target all facets of human development, thus ensuring that all public servants are trained not only in hard skills, but in soft skills such as emotional intelligence, tolerance, and cultural diversity. It is envisaged that the training will enhance the productivity of public service, because talking about building capacity for a developmental state just emphasizes much more on the kind of skill that we should actually have within public service. The legal mandate of public service in the Public Service Act of 1994 and its regulations of 1999 as amended in 2016 calls for government to develop a feedback mechanism that will allow the public to raise complaints about the conduct and attitude of public servants, the quality of service rendered, delivery timelines, and efficacy of the services they receive. This is the driving force towards excellence in delivery of public service, which we are all the time striving for. There's the introduction of modern and innovative procedures and systems for delivery of services. COVID-19 has, to a great extent, challenged us to be creative and innovative while adhering to legal mandates. We remember public servants we have lost from COVID-19, some of whom could have been recipients of the awards tonight. May their souls rest in peace, and deepest condolences to their families. We hold dearly to our hearts the lessons learned from COVID-19 pandemic. It is within this context that we celebrate and honor public servants, especially those from the frontline service delivery points, who went an extra mile in delivering quality service to our people. This year, we added a different category as we seek to recognize those professionals who have been at the forefront to fight against COVID-19 pandemic. The awards endorses government's commitment towards providing quality service in line with Batho Pele principles and belief set of we belong, we care, we serve, the value base of public service. Program Director, may I take this opportunity to congratulate all those that will be honored and celebrated tonight. Enjoy the evening. I thank you.
Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Her Excellency Dr. Majake. Ladies and gentlemen, this department is efficiently run by Mbogoto. Let's just give them another round of applause just for that. Humbiling Mbogoto. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a bit of entertainment so you can finish your starters, so that they can also clear up your tables for the next course and, of course, for the main event. And whilst we do that, I'm going to serenade you with the lovely tones of this live band this evening. Nonhlanhla, please take it away and please introduce the name of your band this evening. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. We are Salto Band and do enjoy the music. And we have Augustus on guitar, chicks and keys to enjoy. Bongela bantu bayaziluthongathi. Bongela bantu bayafunisela ngathi. Bongela bantu basifakela ipressure. Ukuthi yabazi sivelaphi na. Bongela bantu abazi lutho ngathi. Bongela bantu bayafunisela ngathi. Bongela bantu pressure, ukuthi yabazi sivelaphi na. Inkanyezi isamile emkhathini, nelanga lisaphuma empumalanga, nezingane zilala zidlile. Kusho ukuthi umdalo usasibekile. Kusho ukuthi umdalo usasibekile. Anemibono bathi asithenge lokhu nalokhu nalokhu. No,
akuthina la banemibono bathi aseke lokhu nalokhu nalokhu no no akuthina la labantu we wanna run our lives bonke labantu bayafunisela ngathi bonke labantu basifakela ipressure ukuthi yabazi sivelaphi na inkanyezi isamile emkhathini nelanga lisaphume empumalanga nezingane zilala zilile Ushukuthi, ushukuthi, mthalo sasibhekile. Ushukuthi, mthalo sasibhekile. Jackson, please. Inkanyezi, isamile, samile, samile. Elanga lisaphume empumalanga. Nezingane zilala zilile. Ushukuthi, ushukuthi, mthalo sasibhekile. Ushukuthi, mthalo sasibhekile. Isamile, inkanyezi, isamile, samile, samile. Nelanga nezingane zilala zilile. Ushukuthi, ushukuthi, mthalo sasibhekile. Ushukuthi, mthalo sasibhekile. Ushukuthi, mthalo sasibhekile. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Yet when it's cold outside, I've got the motivate. Well, you say, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, I'm talking about my girl. I've got so much honey, the reason me. I've got those sweet songs, baby, than the birds in the trees. I guess Yes, you say, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, I'm talking about my girl. Say hey, hey, hey. It's the easiest part of the song. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh. I don't need no money, fortune and fame. See, I've got all the riches, baby, that one man can claim. Well, you say, yes, you say, what can make me feel this way? And my girl, I'm talking about my girl. I'm talking about my girl, yeah, yeah. I'm talking about my girl, I'm talking about my girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm talking about my girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm talking about my girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I gotta take a little time to think things over. I better read between the lines in case I need it when I'm older. In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again. Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the Soul Tone Brand. They'll be back later to serenade you with more beautiful sounds as we celebrate those members in the service that make us feel special. All right, and without further ado, let's move on with the program, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to now call upon our main sponsor to just come and give us a message as to why they sponsored us, and of course, why they're here today, and what are they giving the recipients and the winners tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a round of applause for Dr. Ali Hamdullah from the Metropolitan Health Group. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I can't hear you that side. I can't hear you.
So that music ensemble took us back to the high school years, right? In some cases, primary school years. And just before that, then we can't reveal your age. Eh? So. Honorable Minister of Public Service and Administration, Minister Ayanda Dlotlo, the Minister of Health, Dr. Joe Pashla, respected Deputy Minister of Public Service Administration, Dr. Pilani Majaki, Director General Mrs. Makasi, Executive Mayor of Ekurhuleni, Alderman Tanya Campbell, and all our DGs and esteemed guests and nominees, good evening, Dumelang, Molweni, Assalamu alaikum. So I got to 4 of the greetings. I know I need to work a bit harder to get to the rest. But thank you very much and good evening, everybody. It's an absolute pleasure to be part of the National Batho Pele Excellence Awards as we recognize our frontline workers and medical professionals who have so bravely battled and persevered in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. You are all truly an embodiment and embracing the spirit of Batho Pele, putting people first. It is through your efforts and your energy and your commitment that we are here 24 months later in a place where we can almost say we have overcome this pandemic and we can relinquish it to the status of an endemic, and soon it will be as simple as the flu. It is through your efforts and your energy that we celebrate that tonight. Metropolitan Health, in representing the health division of Momentum Metropolitan Group, we are excited to be the platinum sponsor for this year's National Batho Pele Excellence Awards. We are honored by the ongoing partnership and collaboration with the DPSA, with the Department of Health, and the various stakeholders in the interest of building a better, healthier workforce and society. Our collaboration reinforces our purpose as a worker-aligned health business, one of the largest administrators in South Africa, with deep capabilities and assets to provide healthcare for South Africans, in our purpose of offering more health for more people for less. Momentum Metropolitan Health and our various health companies has taken our President Ramaphosa's SONA appeal to heart and strongly endorses the collaboration between private and public sector in the interest of investing in healthcare as a key contributor to achieving a better quality of life. We are proud to share some of the work that we've done in helping our communities. Our business has placed a particular emphasis on supporting communities that are struggling with access to healthcare. As an example, in the Shushanguve area, where we offered the Hello Doctor tele-triage program. Hello Doctor was one of the first telemedicine capabilities within our country, a capability that we can be proud of in terms of leading edge technology. And this provided access to healthcare in a pocket for people at the clinics, waiting in queues, or had struggled to gain access to the clinics. And we believe that this initiative, over a short period of time, has registered over 4,000 interactions within a few months. So we are happy that the program is showing remarkable success, and that is off the back of further success in the Delft area in the Western Cape. At Momentum Metropolitan, we have played a meaningful role in the fight against COVID, the COVID pandemic. Since the first case was reported in March 2020, our health team has launched various initiatives to help combat this far-reaching and this devastating pandemic. We have joined many large organizations in making a meaningful contribution to the Solidarity Fund, but we also endeavored to help reduce the burden of our frontline workers, providing that very same Hello Doctor capability to South Africans during the lockdown. And this Hello Doctor provided them with telephonic advice triage services that enabled the identification of COVID-related symptoms, guided them in terms of tests, of seeking testing opportunities, and then assisting with referrals to the various hospitals. Also, furthermore, as the administrator of GEMS, the Government Employees Medical Scheme, we collaborated with the scheme on our vaccination rollout strategy. So we would like to acknowledge the leadership and the strong partnership we have with the GEMS board and the executive team in supporting and providing health benefits to over 2 million South Africans. GEMS is the largest closed restricted scheme in our country, and we can be proud of the achievements that GEMS has done in terms of enabling healthcare for the over 2 million lives. Furthermore, we have the privilege of having regional offices, and that enabled us to roll out certain other initiatives. We have vaccination centers in 5 of the provinces, and that's Gauteng, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, and KwaZulu-Natal. And we've administered over 500,000 vaccines in each of these, in the total of these centers. Furthermore, we are also privileged to partner with Gift of the Givers in having a drive-through facility, a drive-through testing facility in the Western Cape. So through these initiatives, we were able to play a small part in overcoming a pandemic that has changed the lives of so many people across our country and globally as well. But over and above it, it serves as a great example of how South African business and government can work together to deal with health issues. And curbing the spread of COVID is one of those examples. And if we can continue with private-public partnerships and relationships, deep private-public partnerships and relationships with the ultimate aim of serving our people, then it bodes well for the opportunity to roll out universal healthcare access, NHI, and indeed bring more health to more people for less. We'd once again like to thank the Department of Public Service and Administration for the opportunity to be the platinum sponsor here today, and in a small way to also contribute towards the acknowledgement and the celebration of our healthcare workers. They are the pillar of our healthcare system. We need to take care of them, and we are proud to be associated with this initiative. I thank you for your time, and wishing all the nominees the best. Thank you.
I think you're already expecting what I'm going to say. Another round of applause for Dr. Ali Handele, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much to our main sponsor this evening. That is, of course, Metropolitan Health. I just fell short of hearing what the doctor said in terms of what prizes or awards they're giving tonight. I had made a special request. So, Doc, I'll hold you to that one, maybe later. All right, so let's move on along, ladies and gentlemen. So how exactly were today's nominees as well as winners selected? What was the criterion process that was used? Well, I wasn't there, so I'm going to call somebody who was there. So may we please have, of course, the adjudicator's report by Mr. Umang Paraj, who is actually the chairperson of the adjudication panel, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause, please.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Thank you for also arranging a very tall mic stand to accommodate me. Minister for Public Service and Administration, Honorable Minister Ayanda Dlodlo, Deputy Minister for Public Service and Administration, Dr. Chana Pilane Majake, Minister of Health, Dr. Joe Pashla, Premiers and MECs, Executive Mayor, fellow adjudicators, outstanding civil servants, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is certainly a great honor and privilege to address this August Assembly as the chairperson of the adjudication team. The abrupt and brutal disruption by the COVID-19 pandemic has thrown the public service and public servants into a frenzy, forcing them not only to deal with fighting its spread, but trying to manage its accompanying socio-economic fallout. It has catapulted public servants into the front lines, staring the beast in the eye in the response to the crisis with an ever-evolving roadmap, forcing them to deal with a quickly and ever-changing situation and also improvising along the way. The adjudication team had to adjust to this changing paradigm as we saw the amendment to the categories to include the following: Best Doctor of the Year, Best Researcher of the Year, Best COVID-19 Health Worker of the Year, Best Responsive Government Institution of the Year, Best Frontline Service Delivery Employee of the Year, Best General Worker, levels 1 to 5. Our roles as adjudicators were to conduct the process without any bias, personal interest towards any individual or teams. We are bound by an ethical code of conduct and have all signed contracts to be committed to the process of treating all the parties fairly, equitably, cautiously at all times. The process began with a desktop exercise whereby all applicants were assessed individually by the team of adjudicators using very specific criteria in order to identify the listed candidates. The next process entailed fieldwork, and the finalists were evaluated at their workplaces. Our distinguished adjudication panel was given the challenging task of traveling to every nook and cranny in our beautiful country to find the most outstanding public servants, recognizing public servants who are selfless, dedicated, committed, and go beyond the call of duty in servicing our citizenry. Honorable Minister, like any competition, this one was indeed tough, and every year has proven to be more stimulating than the previous year due to the outstanding quality of entries that we have received. Whilst evaluating the candidates, we have laughed and cried together. At times, the adjudication process can really draw heavy on the heartstrings, but it gives us deep comfort to know that there are individuals and teams within our public service who are willing to go way beyond the call of duty to serve our beautiful country with pride and the true spirit of Ubuntu. Minister, I am pleased to announce that there are outstanding civil servants out there who are doing amazing work. They are selfless, serve with humility, sincerity, and pure generosity. We humbly commend these gentle souls. As the chairperson of the adjudication committee, on behalf of the committee, I would like to express my gratitude to the following persons. The adjudication team, they have proven to be dedicated, authentic people of extraordinary integrity, who were sourced from various independent civil society structures. The team had to work extensive hours under very tight timeframes. They nevertheless have managed to conduct the process in a very proficient manner. I would like to express my gratitude to the Department of Public Service and Administration for the relentless leadership, management, and support throughout the process. The DPSA Secretariat for providing excellent administrative and logistical support through the adjudication process that was spread over a period of approximately 3 weeks. A big thanks to the nominators for believing in the work of their nominees. Lastly, on behalf of the adjudication team, I would like to take the opportunity to congratulate all the finalists nominated for our awards this evening. Remember that there are no winners or losers. You are all special in your own way. Thank you for your contribution towards service excellence and for your service to the citizens of South Africa. Let us celebrate this glorious evening. I thank you.
Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the adjudication chairperson. Thank you so much for enlightening us as to how that process was actually conducted. All right, and without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, as our primary host tonight, may we please rise and welcome Her Excellency Minister Dlodlo on stage to give us her remarks with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep clapping until she gets here.
Thank you very much. We may be seated. The turnout is so impressive. I never thought I'd see so many people in a gathering of this nature in such a short space of time in between COVID-19 and some of the relaxations on the protocols that have been announced by the President last week. I am really humbled by the turnout and very happy that so many of you could come. She's making sure that she doesn't give me her COVID. I'm joking. Thank you so much. Thank you. She's making sure that I live through my speech. Ladies and gentlemen, I will rise on the protocols that have already been observed by speakers before me, and also to thank you very much for making it tonight. It truly is an honor. Apart from giving special recognition to our country's healthcare practitioners and researchers, I would also like to give a special recognition to the MECs of health from our provinces. And with that, let us give them a round of applause. MECs Siyabonga. This has been a very tough journey for you as you gave guidance and leadership in a very difficult period in our country. You gave hope to those that worked under you in hospitals, to the healthcare practitioners, and also to the researchers in your various provinces. This is a task that was very difficult, I can imagine, to go through, but you came out of it on the other end, looking so good, because today we are actually celebrating the work that you and your healthcare practitioners and researchers have done for our country. It is always a pleasure to be part of an occasion that recognizes the sterling and outstanding contribution of our public servants in service of our people. The theme of this year's awards is based towards health, as we seek to highlight the role played by various categories of workers in our health sector in combating the COVID-19 pandemic. Program Director, I would also want to thank GEMS for providing benefits that ensure less public servants succumbed to the pandemic. Although we have placed a bias towards health, we have not left out other sectors in the public service that have distinguished themselves in service of our people. The awards to be conferred tonight will show these categories of public servants. As we observed last year, this era of COVID-19 has called for us to quickly get rid of the old habits and adapt to the new order of working to ensure we provide quality services and we provide them speedily. In the last 2 years, Deputy Minister, we have noted the drastic increases in the number of casualties in the public service due to COVID-19. As at the 18th of March 2022, 276,297 public servants have been infected. 1,129 are active and 13,047 have succumbed to the disease. Could I request that we stand and observe a minute of silence in honor of those that worked tirelessly for us, because some of those that we will be celebrating tonight, we will celebrate posthumously. Thank you very much. We may be seated. Last September, the President indicated that our economy and society had suffered great devastation by that stage. We had ensured a fierce and destructive storm that had culminated in the Beta variant of the pandemic. But by standing together, by remaining resolute, the country withstood the storm. The current country recovery rate is at 96%. The President applauded the people of South Africa for this achievement and for the thousands of lives that have been saved through collective action. This achievement has also been recognized by the World Health Organization, which has been working closely with us to strengthen our response. From being in the top 10 of the most infected countries in the world, South Africa has moved to 27. The ability of the country to move is due to the work of these dedicated public servants who do not only go the extra mile, but do so at great cost savings for the fiscus and in some instances at a great inconvenience to their personal and family lives. Many frontline staff who have lost their lives did so after exposing themselves to the serious safety challenges, but they took the risk to ensure that hundreds, if not thousands of citizens are saved. I wish to thank them for their dedication to caring for our people and the enormous sacrifices they have made, especially in the health institutions where their care resulted in 0 deaths. As public servants, our diligence is always a vehicle for speedy and successful recoveries from COVID-19. It is because of their selfless efforts that we have moved with some considerable speed to rebuild our country, restore growth, and create jobs. If we move in the same direction, the impetus to create more quality jobs will continue. We have overcome doubt and cynicism to confront the worst public health threat in living memory. We have shown that South Africans are capable when we join forces. Let us hold on to that spirit of unity and solidarity. Let us move forward with determination and resolve. May God continue to bless South Africa and her people. Government has set as its medium-term strategic framework goal building a capable, professional, development-oriented and ethical public service. We have just launched the ethical conduct framework last week to help promote the importance of good ethics and professionalism amongst public servants. The Auditor General summarizes the tenets of a strengthened public service as capable leadership, capable institutions, and consequence management. With these, we can build a strong public service which is ethical and professionally driven. Being a public service is the noblest of callings. It demands dedication, selflessness, professionalism, and the utmost faithfulness to the principles of Batho Pele, that of putting our people first. Public servants have a responsibility to ensure that in the execution of their duties and responsibilities, they adhere to ethical conduct as well as honoring the provisions of our Constitution and other laws of the Republic. It is an honor and a privilege to serve. Employees are required to put interest first in the execution of their official duties and to respond ethically to the needs of citizens. If it is an illegal instruction or decision, public servants have the right to say no and to report such activity to the relevant authorities. Public servants must report to the relevant authorities fraud, corruption, nepotism, and any other act that constitutes a contravention of the law. The public servants being honored tonight demonstrate how public servants can reclaim the trust that some of our people seem to have lost in the institutions of government. We trust that the cream of the crop that will be honored tonight will continue to encourage the rest of the public service to take this challenge in its stride. This evening is a culmination of what has been a long and thorough process as we correctly recognize, reward, and celebrate the cream of the public service. It is equally important to keep the big picture in mind as we do so. The National Batho Pele Excellence Awards are an integral part of the ongoing strategy to build a capable state and professional public service cadre on which the realization of Vision 2030 of the NDP depends. As we celebrate those public servants who have demonstrated their commitment to the people of South Africa, it would be remiss not to recognize the hard work of the various teams that have gotten us to this eagerly awaited evening, even though it was delayed by the COVID-19 disruptions. Alicia, you and I, and this is CISO Medical, is it Medical Services? Metropolitan, and the DM, we have been through this path many times before. We have conferred awards many times before. But I must say, this for me is one of those very emotional ones because of the work and the hard drive that our people in the public service have put through to ensuring that we become a capable state. I therefore would like to take this opportunity to congratulate tonight's finalists, as well as acknowledge the hard work of the many people who have made the evening worthy of the Batho Pele Excellence Awards. I wish all the finalists the best and that we can celebrate them tonight. I want to close with a quote from one of my favorite writers, Nikolai Ostrovsky, in the book, How the Steel Was Tempered. I read this book as a child sitting in the Soviet Union doing my military intelligence training. Open quote, man's greatest possession is life, and it's given but once. And it must be lived only to feel, it must not be lived only to feel tortured by regrets for wasted years or to know the burning shame of a mean and petty past. So live that when dying, you have the right to say, all my life, all my strength was given to the finest cause in the world, the life for the liberation of mankind. And today, that life for the liberation of mankind is life from the liberation from the pandemic, COVID-19. Thank you very much. Ngiyabonga.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Her Excellency Minister Ayanda Ndlodlo, ladies and gentlemen. All right, just a quick announcement. There's a car registration here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're driving a Toyota Hilux, it's called number plate TOC01GP. I think you've parked in front of somebody. May you please go and remove your car. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may have a seat. And I'd like to keep the minister here. Thank you so much, Minister. I didn't want you walking up and down. I know how difficult it is for us to walk in these heels. So may I just keep the minister, ladies and gentlemen, because it is that time that we've been waiting for this whole evening. We've actually got a new category this year, and we've got those special awards that are going to be conferred by none other than the minister herself, alongside, of course, let's call her our main sponsor. So please, Doc, please come back on stage. Can we please give Doctor another round of applause to come and help the minister in conferring these awards. Before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to ask the minister, And Doctor, can you please stand that side so that you can also be able to take a look at the videos, because I want to show you some videos. That's how I'm going to introduce the next segment. We're going to take a look at some footage and videos that we've put together just to see why we are honoring these special awards. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the first one, which is the Lifetime Achievers Awards.
Lifetime Achievers Award. As a ministerial prerogative to award current and retired public servants with 20 or more years of consistently working in the public service, finalists for the Lifetime Achievers Award have displayed a track record of excellent service, effectiveness, as well as visible and successful program implementation. The minister also recognizes Lifetime Achievers posthumously. These finalists are not only role models, but have made a notable impact in society in acting with integrity and commanding the respect of peers, colleagues, and the communities in which they operate. Our NBPEA 2022 Lifetime Achievers Award go to Professor Edin Flanders, awarded posthumously. He died in March 2022. Professor Flanders worked in several key positions in the Department of Health as a specialist in his 40 years of service. He served as an obstetrician and gynecologist. He served as professor and head of Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at the Nelson Mandela School of Medicine, UKZN. At the time of his death, he was chairperson of the National Committee of Confidential Inquiries into Maternal Deaths. Professor Ephraim Tibeli Mokgokong, a retired former Vice-Chancellor and Principal of the Medical University of Southern Africa, Medunsa, becoming the first African to be at the helm of a medical university in the world. His tenure was from 1992 to 1999. He is a qualified obstetrician and gynecologist and was the first to be admitted as a fellow of the College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists of South Africa. He served in the public service for a solid 37 years. Following his retirement, he was appointed Chancellor. He continued to teach undergraduate students and specialists and extended the training to other provinces, notably Limpopo, Northwest, and Mpumalanga.
May we please have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, for Professor Mhlanga, who is coming to accept the award on behalf of Professor Mhlanga. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. More hands, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna need more vibes. More vibes. More vibes. More life. More life. More appreciation, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. 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 Congratulations, posthumously, Professor Mhlanga. Thank you. And on top of that, before you go, ladies and gentlemen, maybe this is why you were not going crazy, but this award comes with a cash prize of 25,000 rand! Woo! Yes! Congratulations, Prof. Mhlanga, posthumously, ladies and gentlemen. Another round of applause, one more time. May we please have Professor Mokgokong on stage, ladies and gentlemen, or a representative to come and accept.
Alicia, Professor Mokgokong is unable to make it tonight. There is a representative from the family that is going to accept it on his behalf. We are told that Professor Mokgokong could not make it because he is in theater as we speak. An 88-year-old patriot that continues to save the lives of our people. It is truly humbling. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Minister. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, if that does not deserve a round of applause, can you please stand up, ladies and gentlemen? These are the special awards. Can we please show some appreciation for our public servants who do not take the time out of their lives? They couldn't even be here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Another 25,000 rand from Metropolitan Health, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Can we please show more appreciation, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you, Professor Mohokong. Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Wow. It's getting hotter and hotter. We'll now take a look at a video where we are recognizing a special award for COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the video.
Special Recognition COVID-19 Award. Our special COVID-19 award finalists have each shown immense contribution, dedication, and the greatest efforts in combating the COVID-19 pandemic over the past 2 years. Contributing not only to the country's ability to keep the growth of the pandemic in check, these individuals have opened up world-renowned research findings. Our NBPEA 2022 Special Recognition COVID-19 Award recipients are Mr. Batho Pele, a bioscientist who isolated the Omicron variant from the Beta variant. South Africa was the first to report about the Omicron variant between November and December 2021. Professor Helen Rees, Executive Director of the Wits Reproductive Health and HIV Institute, University of the Witwatersrand. During the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, she was appointed to several national and international committees, some of which she led. Professor Tulio de Oliveira, a bioinformatician with over 20 years of experience in viral outbreaks. In December 2020, he identified the new Beta variant, which has led to the discovery of new variants across the world and improved scientists' understanding of the effectiveness of vaccines. Professor Musa Moshabela, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Research and Innovation at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. He was the convener of the COVID-19 response team in the province and an advisor to the Department of Health, working through the Ministerial Advisory Committee.
Woo! A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen! A round of applause. You know what I'm about to do now. May we please have Professor Rees on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, give her a round of applause. Let's show some appreciation, ladies and gentlemen. Yes! A standing ovation. And this award, ladies and gentlemen, all the special awards this evening are proudly sponsored by Metropolitan Health, our main sponsor. And all of them come with 25,000 rand! Woo! Let's appreciate Professor Helen Rees, ladies and gentlemen. As she receives her prizes, let's say thank you by giving her a huge send-off as she takes off the stage. Thank you, Professor. Congratulations. Now the next award. Professor de Oliveira is in absentia. We understand that wherever he's watching, because he could possibly be watching, we'd like to say to you, thank you for your service. And a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, another 25,000 rand. May we please have the representative representing Professor de Oliveira to come on stage and claim this amazing prize, please. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Anybody coming? Mr. Sandile Pele, please come on stage, sir, and accept this award on behalf of Professor Olivier. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, we see him. A huge congratulations. Professor Olivier, a very young doctor, ladies and gentlemen, read up. He isolated COVID from everything. He's the one that brought us the diagnosis, Omicron. And as you guys know, South Africa discovered the Omicron variant. So can we please show appreciation, ladies and gentlemen. And this award also comes with 25,000 rand, courtesy of Metropolitan Health. Thank you, Sandile. Whew. Professor Mashabela, are you ready? Please come on stage, Professor Mashabela. Woo! Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Professor Mashabela. Another 25,000 rand from Metropolitan Health, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Prof. We appreciate you. We are grateful for the excellent work that you've done. Keep on doing the great work that you're doing. I'm not done yet. With the special awards, I'm not done yet. Let's have a look at a video now, showcasing the outstanding public servants in their specialized fields. Ladies and gentlemen.
The NBPEA Minister Special Fields Award. Our NBPEA Ministerial Special Awards go to those who have assisted the state in strengthening its governance mechanisms and who have helped in progressing public service to strive towards building an effective state machinery for the future. Our recipients for the Ministerial Special Awards are Mr. Masilo Makura, CFO, who is recognized for his efforts in receiving credit audits for the DPSA 2015-2016 and 2019-2020, as well as a nomination by National Treasurer as Best Compliant Chief Financial Officer of the Year 2020-2021. Option, as well as a nomination by National Treasury as Best Compliant Chief Financial Officer of the Year 2020-2021. Our second recipient is Mr. Kangelani Sibia, a teacher from KwaZulu-Natal. In 2008, Mr. Sibia founded a non-governmental organization, KWB Tutoring, providing extra mathematics and science classes for learners. He uses social trends such as the latest dance moves, songs, and sports to illustrate mathematics and science. His quarterly camps assist learners countrywide to improve uptake and results. Mr. Sibia was also nominated for an award in Dubai for the best global teacher, having reached over 25,000 learners globally.
Now, if that is not excellence, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what is. A round of applause for our winners tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Masilo Makura, please come on stage. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it. Let's hear the appreciation. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. You can do so much better. Yes. 25,000 rand in the bag from Metropolitan Health, our main sponsor. Professor Mr. Makura, there you go, sir. And that also comes with 25,000 rand. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ma'am.
May I just talk about Mr. Masilo?
Mr. Masilo, please don't leave us yet.
He comes from my department. He has been my CFO for a very long time. From the time I was a deputy minister in the department, I became minister, I went away, I came back, he was still there. He's one of the most diligent CFOs that I know. Very meticulous in his work, very deserving. Thank you so much, Masilo. We have had fights in the past, but the fights were for a good cause.
Congratulations, Mr. Masilo. Mr. Makua, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause. You've just heard that from the minister. He's one of the special ones. All right, can we please now, ladies and gentlemen, have Dr. Kangelani Sibi on stage to come and receive his award of 25,000 Rand, courtesy of Metropolitan Health. Dr. Sibia, ladies and gentlemen, please give him a round of applause. Yeah, well. Let's show Dr. Sibia some appreciation and love, ladies and gentlemen. He also gets 25,000 Rand, courtesy of Metropolitan Health, our sponsor today. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Doctor, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Doctor, Minister, thank you so much. I'm going to release you. I might need you later, so please don't go away. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for Doctor, alongside the Honorable Minister, George, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. All right. Now we get to the hard part. The main awards of this evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I'm highly energized. I'm absolutely happy, but I'd like to give each and every one of you maybe a comfort break, just for 10 minutes. Stretch your legs. Please be back in 10 minutes, because dinner will be served as you come back. All right? We'll see you just now.